are 10 horror remakes that are better than the originals. Remember, these are my opinions and yours is probably gonna be different. Number 10 is Child's Play from 2019. Listen, I like the original and I've seen almost all of the Chucky movies, but one thing I never really liked is how he became Chucky. Some criminal just doing some random voodoo ritual on a doll. I just thought that was silly. Chucky being some crazy AI that's going off of his programming makes way more sense, and the movie was just way better made. Number 9 is Maniac from 2012. The original was just a mediocre film with a creepy dude who had mommy issues. The movie wasn't even very violent except for one part, and you would expect this movie to be violent with the name. The remake, on the other hand, captures what they were going for perfectly. Elijah Wood played the lead so much better in this, and the tone of the film was a lot better. I love the POV shots, and the kills in this were 10 times better. Number 8 is Black Christmas from 2006. I don't know why the original 1974 version gets so much hype at being one of the best slashers ever. It's dull, boring, and it's not even really scary except for like one little scene at the very end of the movie. The remake, on the other hand, takes the original idea and makes it 10 times better. It's a star-studded cast and they get the tone perfectly. We get an origin story for Billy and the kills are just so much better. It's just a good film. Number 7 is Pulse from 2006. The original was so slow and just way too long. None of the characters were interesting and it wasn't scary in the slightest. You can have all the metaphors you want, but if the story isn't good, then it doesn't matter. The remake, on the other hand, while not being an amazing film, still was a lot better than the original. The dark and edgy look they went with was good, and they actually had characters that you liked, and the movie was pretty scary in tone. It was pretty original in concept as well, with it being some cybernetic apocalypse, which was a cool idea. Number 6 is It from 2017. Now, the original TV movie wasn't very good, except for Tim Curry, who was great. But the remake does everything so much better. It's creepy, it captures the story perfectly, Pennywise is great and he is scarier than the original. This is the kind of movie that needs to be modern with a mix of CGI and practical effects. Number 5 is The Hills Have Eyes from 2006. The original is plagued by being an old 70s film that is just full of cheesiness, lacking a lot of things that make the remake a lot better. The 2006 version is darker, creepier, and the makeup and effects are a lot better for the cannibal deformed looking monsters, and this movie's a lot more violent. Number 4 is Carrie from 2013. Now, I didn't know they had another remake from 2002, which I've never seen. The original, while being a decent film, still suffers from it being from the 70s. The 2013 was able to achieve a better tone for the film. Chloe Grace Moretz played a good Carrie, and the VFX really helped this movie be good. Now, my last 3 are going to be the most divisive of the list, but I don't really care. Number 3 is Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 2003. The original is another 70s horror movie that gets so much praise, and I just don't get it. It's poorly made, bad practical effects, bad acting, cheesy, and just not scary at all. But the remake, they understood what this franchise is all about. It's gross, greasy, dark, and scary. The movie sets the tone perfectly. We get good characters, and we get prime Jessica Biel in this. Leatherface is super creepy in this, and we get the right amount of blood and violence. Number 2 is Friday the 13th from 2009. Let's be real, the original wasn't even that good, and Jason wasn't even the killer in it, it was his mom. Even when Jason does show up, it's pretty cheesy, and he's super slow in like all the movies. The remake, on the other hand, did what the others could never do. Make Jason run. Never have I ever seen a slasher run, and that was frightening to see. Plus, the movie is brutal and violent, and it's just a good time. And number 1 is Halloween by Rob Zombie. Now, I know this is a controversial topic amongst Halloween fans, but you gotta take your little nostalgia glasses off for this one. The original is good, I'll give it that, but this one is just so much better. Not only is this film a lot creepier and darker, but we also get a good backstory on Michael Myers. We see him grow up into a beast of a man, escape, and going after his sister, killing everybody that's in his way. This movie is brutal, violent, and a hell of a good time. What movies did you agree with? And what movies did I miss? And let me know if you want a part 2 to this. If you guys like this video, hit that like button. If you guys want to see more, hit that follow button. And as always, thanks for watching.